You were never ordinary. From the moment you entered this world, there was something different about you, something the world could not explain, but could not ignore. You have walked through storms that would have destroyed others, yet you are still here. You carry scars that tell a story, not of defeat, but of survival, of destiny, of purpose. The battles you faced were not random. They were chosen for you because you are chosen. You have been misunderstood, rejected and pushed aside, not because you are weak, but because your spirit carries a light too powerful for the blind to understand. People sensed your greatness before you even knew it yourself. That's why they resisted you. That's why they tried to break you. But nothing could destroy what was divinely placed inside you. Today marks the end of wandering in the shadows of your own life. From this day forward, you step into kingship. From this moment, you rise in the fullness of who you are. The crown has always been waiting. The throne has always been reserved. Now, it is time to claim it. This is your awakening. This is your declaration. You are chosen, you are marked, and you will live like a king. If you know this word is for you, subscribe now. Comment one to declare your identity, and share this message with another chosen one who needs to hear it. From the moment you were born, the mark was upon you. You may not have seen it with your natural eyes, but it was there, imprinted in the spirit. This mark is what set you apart. Long before you even knew what chosen meant, others could sense it, even if they couldn't explain it. Teachers, family members, strangers, you've probably noticed that some people were drawn to you without reason, while others rejected you instantly, as if something inside of them couldn't handle your presence. That was the mark revealing itself. This mark is not a physical sign, but a spiritual seal, a divine signature upon your life. It carries with it authority, power, and a destiny that cannot be erased. That is why you could never quite blend in, no matter how hard you tried. While others fit easily into the crowd, you always stood out, sometimes for reasons you didn't even understand. Your thoughts were deeper, your spirit more sensitive, your heart more burdened with things others ignored. That wasn't a weakness. That was proof of who you are. Chosen ones carry a weight within them, a quiet knowing that their life is meant for more. You've always felt it, haven't you? That sense that you are here for a purpose far greater than what is visible. The dreams that visit you, the intuition that warns you, the strength that rises in you when everything falls apart. These are all signs of the mark. But here is what you must understand. The hardships you've endured did not erase the mark. They revealed it. Every betrayal, every rejection, every tear you shed was confirmation that you are different. If you were ordinary, you would not have faced such extraordinary resistance. If you carried no destiny, there would be no reason for life to test you this hard. The mark on your life is both a target and a shield. It attracts battles, but it also guarantees victory. It brings storms, but it also ensures survival. It is the reason you have walked through fire, yet remain unburned, through floods, yet have not drowned. You have been carried by an unseen hand, because your purpose is too great to be wasted. So understand this: you are set apart, you are marked. And the very things that made you feel different, isolated, or unwanted were the evidence that you carry a royal calling. You have been chosen to stand where few can stand, to endure what few can endure, and to rise into authority that few will ever know. The mark is your identity. It is your seal of kingship. And from this day forward, you must walk knowing that you are not trying to become chosen. You already are. If you are chosen, you will walk a lonely road. That is the truth many do not want to hear, but you already know it in your bones. From childhood, you felt it. The distance between you and others, even those closest to you. Friends betrayed you. Family misunderstood you. and society pushed you aside, not because you were unworthy, but because your spirit carried a weight they could not bear. Rejection has followed you like a shadow. You may have wondered, why does no one see my heart? Why does it feel like I never belong? The answer is this: chosen ones are never meant to fit into the world around them. You were designed to be set apart, called into a destiny higher than the approval of man. If everyone had embraced you, if everyone had celebrated you, you would have been trapped in comfort, tied to people and places that could never carry you to your throne. Rejection, painful as it was divine protection. Every friend who betrayed you, every family member who doubted you, every opportunity that slipped away, it was not to destroy you, but to detach you. You had to be separated from what was ordinary in order to grow into the extraordinary. The people who left could not go where you are going. The doors that closed were not your doors. The loneliness you felt was not punishment, but preparation. Loneliness has been your sacred classroom. It was in those quiet, tear-stained nights that your spirit learned to lean on something greater than human approval. It was in isolation that you discovered your strength, your intuition, your deeper connection to the divine. While others drowned in the noise of the world, you were being trained in silence, sharpened in solitude. What you thought was abandonment was, in reality, your initiation. Every king, every prophet, every chosen one in history walked through the valley of isolation. It is the place where destiny is forged. You were stripped of the crowd so you could discover the crown. You were pulled away from the familiar so you could step into the extraordinary. And though the loneliness cut deep, it carved out the space needed for your authority to rise. Understand this: rejection is never the final word. It is only the first stage of elevation. The people who turned against you could not see your true value. They only saw what you were, not what you are becoming. But heaven saw you. The divine marked you, and every betrayal only confirmed that your path was not meant to be shared with everyone. So do not despise the loneliness. Do not curse the rejection. Instead, wear it as your badge of honor, for it proves you are chosen, it proves you are marked, and it proves that you are on the narrow path that few can walk. Your isolation has not broken you. It has crowned you. It has taught you to walk alone, so that when you rise into kingship, you will know who you are, with or without the applause of men. There is a power inside you that could never stay hidden forever. For years it lay beneath the surface, concealed even from your own understanding. You thought you were ordinary, yet something within you kept stirring. That stirring was your awakening, the slow but steady rising of the power that was placed in you before you were even born. The first sign of this awakening is your intuition. You have noticed that your spirit knows things before your mind can explain them. You sense danger before it appears. You feel when people are not sincere, even if their words sound sweet. This is not paranoia. It is discernment, the gift given to those who are chosen. It is your inner compass guiding you through the unseen battles of life. The second sign is your resilience. You have faced trials that should have left you broken. Others went through less and never recovered, yet here you are. Still standing, still moving, still rising. That is not by accident. It is the evidence of the divine hand sustaining you. Your survival is proof that your destiny is greater than your pain. Every time you got back up, even when you felt you had nothing left, your hidden power was rising. The third sign is your inner authority. Without trying, you carry a presence that makes others notice you. Some respect you, some fear you, and some resent you, but all of them feel you. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere shifts. That is not arrogance. That is not coincidence. That is the mark of kingship becoming visible. The authority within you is awakening, and even those who don't understand it can't deny it. But here is the paradox. As your power rises, opposition will always follow. Do not be surprised when resistance grows stronger. Do not question yourself when enemies suddenly appear. This is the proof that your light is shining brighter. Opposition is not a sign that you are failing. It is the sign that you are advancing. The darkness would not fight you if you were not a threat. The enemy would not target you if you were not valuable. You may wonder, why does it feel like the closer I get to breakthrough, the harder life becomes? The answer is this: your power is no longer hidden. What was once dormant is now visible, and when power becomes visible, it attracts both favor and warfare. But understand this: no matter the resistance, your rising cannot be stopped. What has been planted in you will come forth, and no force can bury it again. This inner transformation is not random. It is preparation. You are not simply being strengthened for survival, you are being trained for rulership. A king cannot be fragile. A leader cannot be easily broken. That is why your resilience has been tested, why your discernment has been sharpened, why your authority has been awakened. Every struggle was shaping you to carry the weight of your crown. Do not ignore these signs. Do not minimize your growth. What you are experiencing is your hidden power rising to the surface, preparing you to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. You are not becoming powerful. You are simply awakening to the power you always had. And soon, the world will see what heaven has always known. You were born to rule. If you have ever wondered why your life has been marked with so many battles, the answer is simple. Destiny attracts warfare. The greater your calling, the greater the resistance you will face. Chosen ones are not attacked because they are weak. They are attacked because they are powerful. You are targeted because you carry something precious, something divine, something the world cannot afford to lose, and darkness cannot afford to let rise. Look back over your life. You have endured struggles that made no sense, storms that came without warning, obstacles that seemed to appear at the very moment you were about to take a step forward. Some of these attacks came through people, friends who betrayed you, family members who wounded you, strangers who tried to pull you down. Others came through circumstances, doors slamming shut, opportunities disappearing, sudden losses that shook your foundation. And some attacks were unseen, spiritual, pressing on your mind, draining your energy, whispering lies that tried to convince you to give up. But here is the truth. None of these attacks came because you were worthless. They came because you are priceless. Thieves do not break into empty houses. Enemies do not fight those with nothing to offer. The resistance you have faced is proof of the treasure within you. It is confirmation that you are carrying a destiny so significant that forces of opposition were assigned to stop you, yet they have not succeeded. You are still standing. You are still breathing. And that means the power within you is greater than anything that has come against you. Every attack that was meant to destroy you has only revealed the strength inside you. What was sent to break you became the very pressure that forged your resilience. What was designed to silence you became the fire that made your voice louder. You must learn to see every battle as training, every obstacle as preparation, every attack as evidence that you are on the right path. If you were walking the wrong way, there would be no resistance. If your life held no value, no one would bother to oppose you. The warfare you face is the loudest announcement of your worth. And hear this clearly: no force on earth, no enemy in the spirit, no opposition from man can stop what has been divinely ordained for your life. They may delay you, but they cannot deny you. They may distract you, but they cannot destroy you. What is written over your destiny cannot be erased. This is why you must not shrink in the face of attacks. Do not give your enemies the satisfaction of seeing you broken. Rise higher instead. Let every obstacle become your stepping stone, every rejection your redirection, every battle your testimony. For each attack that comes against you is only proof that your throne is real, your crown is waiting, and your kingship is assured. The attacks against your destiny are not signs of weakness. They are signs of greatness. And the very resistance you face is the evidence that you are unstoppable. You were never meant to walk this life powerless. From the moment you were marked as chosen, you were equipped with gifts that set you apart. These gifts are not random talents or ordinary abilities. They are spiritual weapons, divine tools placed within you to shape your destiny and fulfill your calling. One of your greatest gifts is wisdom. You see through things others overlook. Where others are deceived, you discern the truth. Life has taught you lessons through pain, and now you carry an understanding that cannot be faked or borrowed. This wisdom is not for you to hide. It is for you to guide, to lead, to speak into the lives of those who cannot see as clearly as you do. You also carry the gift of discernment. This is why you sense danger before it arrives, why you can feel the intentions of people even when their words sound sweet. This is your spiritual radar, protecting you from traps, shielding you from wolves in disguise. Do not doubt it. Do not silence it. Trust it, because it has been given to you for your survival and for your mission. Another gift within you is resilience. Time after time, you have risen from situations that should have ended you. This strength is not ordinary, it is supernatural. It is the unshakable proof that you were built to endure, because your destiny is too important to be cut short. Resilience is your armor, ensuring that no matter how hard life presses you, you will rise again. Then there is creativity. You think differently. You solve problems in ways others cannot. You see possibilities where others see dead ends. This creative spark is not just a talent. It is a gift of vision, a divine ability to build, create, and innovate in ways that bring light to the world. And above all, you walk with divine favor. Doors open for you that should have stayed closed. Opportunities find you even when you were not searching. Protection has covered you in moments when you should have fallen. Favor is the invisible hand that goes before you, making a way where there was no way. But here is the challenge. For too long, you have hidden these gifts. You have downplayed your wisdom to avoid standing out. You have silenced your discernment to keep the peace. You have ignored your creativity because others could not understand it. And you have questioned your favor because of jealousy and envy from those around you. No more. It is time to step fully into your authority. Authority means owning who you are without apology. It means standing tall in your gifts without shrinking back for fear of offending others. It means using every weapon you've been given with boldness, not hesitation. Your gifts are not mistakes. They are not too much. They are exactly what you need to fulfill your purpose. And when you finally claim them, when you stop hiding and start walking in the fullness of your power, nothing will be able to stop you. You are chosen, gifted, and armed for destiny. Now, step into your authority and let your light shine without restraint. There comes a moment in the life of every chosen one when the weight of trials, betrayals, and loneliness begins to make sense. You realize that everything you endured was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you. The rejection, the isolation, the spiritual battles, they were all shaping you into someone who can carry authority with strength and humility. For too long, you may have walked in the mindset of a victim. Life seemed unfair. People mistreated you. Doors closed in your face while others advanced with ease. But victimhood is not your identity. It was only a temporary perspective during your training season. You were never meant to remain broken or silenced. You were meant to rise, To step into your divine role, you must shift your mindset from survival to rulership. You are no longer someone merely enduring storms. You are someone learning how to command them. A ruler is not one who avoids hardship, but one who has authority in the midst of it. And you have already proven that you can withstand fire without being consumed. That resilience is your crown. The truth is, kingship and leadership are not given to the untested. A throne cannot be placed on weak shoulders. Your trials were the weight room of your spirit, building the strength you now carry. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every season of loneliness deepened your self-reliance. Every attack forced you to discover the hidden power within you. Now you are not just stronger, you are wiser. And wisdom is what separates rulers from the rest. Stepping into your divine role means embracing your authority with humility. You are not called to dominate others, but to inspire them. You are not chosen to boast in your strength, but to use it to protect those who are vulnerable. True leadership is service. True kingship is responsibility. You are here to be a light in a world that grows darker by the day. Your mission is bigger than personal success. It is about influence and impact. People are watching you, even those who once doubted you. They are drawn to the strength, the wisdom, and the peace you carry. You may not realize it, but your very presence gives others hope. And that is no accident. That is divine purpose at work. Now is the time to walk with confidence. Speak with authority, not hesitation. Carry yourself as one who knows their worth, not as one still begging for validation. Lead by example in integrity and faith and resilience. Do not wait for a title, a platform, or applause. Your divine role is not tied to human recognition. It is activated the moment you decide to fully step into it. Remember, your rulership is not about controlling others. It is about ruling yourself, mastering your emotions, standing firm in your values, and refusing to compromise your calling. That is the true mark of one chosen by the divine. When you live with that kind of authority, people will naturally look to you for guidance, not because you demanded it, but because they see the light of kingship shining through you. You are stepping out of the wilderness and into your destiny. The time of hiding is over. The season of training is complete. What lies ahead is a mission that requires all of who you are. Your strength, your wisdom, your compassion, and your authority. You were not chosen to merely survive. You were chosen to lead, to uplift, to protect, and to inspire. This is your divine role. Wear it with courage. Walk in it with boldness. And never again forget who you are. A ruler in the making, prepared by trials, refined by fire, and appointed by the divine. Every chosen one reaches a point where the long nights of struggle give way to the dawn of breakthrough. You endured storms that would have crushed others. You walked through seasons of betrayal, rejection, and loneliness, and still you did not collapse. That endurance was not in vain. Because you stood strong, you are now stepping into the season of reward. Understand this: the divine never tests without purpose. Every trial you faced was an investment into your destiny, and now the return on that investment is about to manifest. Where there was loss, there will be restoration. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration. Where doors once slammed shut, new gates are about to swing wide open. One of the first rewards of standing strong is divine protection. You will begin to notice how situations that once threatened you suddenly lose their power. What used to overwhelm you will no longer shake you. You are shielded, not by your own strength, but by the hand of the one who chose you. This protection is not only spiritual, but also physical, financial, and emotional. Attacks that once pierced your heart now bounce off the armor you have developed. Another reward is opportunity. Because you endured the process, you are now prepared for platforms, positions, and connections that once seemed out of reach. The same world that rejected you will begin to recognize your value. Divine alignment will place you in the right rooms with the right people at the right time. And when those moments come, you will know you were prepared through fire for such a time as this. Your endurance also unlocks breakthroughs, not just for you, but for those connected to you. Because you stood strong, your family, community, and even strangers will benefit from the blessings that flow through you. This is the ripple effect of kingship. Your resilience creates waves of transformation beyond your own life. Do not mistake these rewards as only material. Yes, financial elevation and stability will come. Yes, resources will flow where there was once scarcity. But the greater treasure is internal: peace, authority, and clarity. You will wake up knowing who you are and why you exist. No more confusion, no more self-doubt. This inner crown is what allows you to live like a king, not because of riches alone, but because you carry unshakable authority within your spirit. This is the moment when prophecy becomes reality. You no longer live as one overlooked or underestimated. You rise as one who has been appointed, refined, and elevated. Standing strong has unlocked the fullness of your destiny. From this day forward, you will not merely endure, you will reign. You will walk in authority, live in peace, and step boldly into the fulfillment of your calling. You will live like a king, not because the world gave you permission, but because the divine already placed the crown on your head. From this day forward, you no longer walk as the rejected, the overlooked, or the forgotten. You walk as one chosen, crowned, and appointed. Every tear you cried was not wasted. It watered the soil for your breakthrough. Every betrayal you endured was a doorway into deeper strength. Every rejection was divine redirection, guiding you into the seat of kingship prepared for you. Hear this truth: your pain has birthed your power. The very weight that threatened to break you became the hammer that shaped your authority. What once felt like punishment was always preparation. You are chosen, unstoppable, and destined for greatness. From this day forward, you rise into your true identity, no longer bound by fear, doubt, or shame, no longer silenced by rejection or intimidation. You walk boldly, clothed in wisdom, guided by discernment, and protected by divine favor. Your reign has begun, not tomorrow, not someday in the distance, but now. You are stepping into kingship. You will live with clarity, lead with strength, and influence with purpose. The crown you carry is not a symbol of pride, but of destiny fulfilled. You have endured enough to know humility, and you have overcome enough to carry authority. This is your time. This is your season. This is the hour you embrace your divine throne. So declare it now. I receive my kingship. Speak it with boldness. Type it into the comments. Let the spiritual and the physical realms hear your declaration. Because once you claim it, everything around you begins to align with your true identity. And if this message has awakened something inside you, do not keep it to yourself. Subscribe now, so you never miss another word meant to strengthen your spirit. Share this message with another chosen one who needs to be reminded of their crown. And write it boldly below: I receive my kingship, because from this day forward, you will no longer live beneath your calling. You will no longer shrink beneath your light. From this day forward, you will live like a king.